This happened at Wellston. All right, welcome back. Cashion on defense. Kickoff for the Tigers all the way down to the 30-yard line. 44 seconds here. Neiman Abavi, Chad Tishner. I apologize. I almost said Chris
nice.
Gibson. I had to think about there. Nice stop in the hole there. Is that Jackson Vandruff and Aiden Williams? We were just talking about him.
Yeah,
nice stop there by the duo.
Yeah, Bryce Burke in there too, wearing 69 tonight. He stuffed that hole, and Aiden did a really good job of pushing that center back early, and nothing there at all. Another loss. That's probably what three or four probably tackles for loss at this point.
Appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Having some issues. We've reduced our bandwidth. Hopefully this will allow for a more consistent stream. It won't be the highest quality. And we've lost our sideline camera. I'm not sure where those guys went off to, but we'll try to bring you what we can. Appreciate you guys joining us. And that will be the end of the first quarter where the Cashion Wildcats lead here in the War on 74, 7-0. I'm afraid to touch any buttons, Chad. Because,
we might just let it roll. It's red. Let's let it roll.
We might just let it sit here and see what goes on. But Chad, thoughts here in the first quarter? You know, maybe one thing that you liked about Coach Shack and that offensive series there.
Well, just like Cashion. Coach Shackford, he's proved over the years that. He's going to do what he does. He's going to stand over there. He's going to let you align defensively. And then he's going to look down at his play card, and he's going to, all right, well, you're going to take away this. We're going to run this. And that was evident there. He tried to take a couple shots deep, and I think those are intentional. You know football better than I do, but I think it's intentional with him. I think he wants to soften you up. He wants to spread you out. And then he's going to dink and dunk underneath, and he's going to let his playmakers break tackles, and that turned into those long gains, even though Ben's only throwing the ball, down the line of scrimmage.
Right. I've got to give credit. Tonkawa came out with the same concept, except they were doing a great job of tackling those long run pass. It's basically a long run, but those pass plays, those screens out to the sideline, those bubbles, etc.
Yeah.
Crescent thus far has not been able to do that. Let's see if they make some changes personnel-wise.
Tonkawa was so aggressive of busting up that initial block on those bubbles out wide. So physical, so aggressive. Crescent's getting caught up in those blocks, and you're going to pay if that happens.
Absolutely. So Cashion in their 3-4 look here now. We've got Varner, the sophomore, in shotgun. Desher to the left of him. Varner will keep it. He'll roll to his left. Great run there. Pursuit will go out of bounds. Showing some good speed as the sophomore, Kate Varner. Told you that he was an athlete. He was a guy to look out for. That'll be a first down for the Crescent Tigers.
Yeah, Jake got kind of sticking his nose in a little too tight in there and didn't set that edge over here. But to his defense, where's the ball been going? Every single play is right up the middle. So good counter there by Crescent and keeping us honest.
So on cue, I think Coach wanted to talk a little bit with Jake, and so the freshman Caleb Duran checks in. Nabavi with a little outside blitz, looks like here on the left side. Varner will go ahead and keep up the middle. He'll come back to that same spot. Nice stick in the ground. Nice little move there to shake free from Duran, frozen. And Varner back-to-back runs. It's got about 19 yards.
Yeah, interesting that I don't think we were on the air, but I was talking about how Cashion likes to use that short side of the field right to their own bench, and here you see Crescent doing the same thing. They're just running it, time after time right over here to this short side and finding a little hay over here. So, I'm sure Cashion will adjust. And now Joey's back over here on this side. Let's see if Joey makes a play for us.
Desher and Varner get the Desher up the middle. Get right around, it's about 3 yards. The pile's still moving. No forward progress stopped. And there's a chance to strip that ball if they want to blow the whistle. But nice run there by Desher and the Crescent offensive line. Getting a few more yards. And that'll be third down and short.
Yeah, good push there. And, probably 3 or 4 yards by the pile there pushing forward. So, here we go again. This looks pretty much identical to their first drive. The thing with Crescent is as the game goes on, they have to get one of these in the end zone to kind of keep pace.
So it is, I apologize, second and short. We've got number 8, Tanner Rice, in that H-back position there. Varner in shotgun. He's going to go ahead and keep it, work that left side. Finds a hole, weaves through. It'll be enough for the first down, but he's going to pay the price. As you've got is that Jake Branson as well as Bryce Burke on the initial hit and drive. But that'll be a first down for the Crescent Tigers. They're moving the ball.
Yeah, better job there by Jake. Jake stayed home, played his responsibility, played his gap, shut that thing down pretty quick. And so here we go. First down. This is where Cashion's got to win. They got to win on first down. They got to put Crescent in, second and long. And I think that's obviously what Coach Wood is trying to do here. And we'll see what happens on this first down.
Varner rolling to his left, looking to pass. Throws it deep. He's got a man. No one's well out of bounds. The Cashion or the Crescent fans were wanting a little bit of pass interference. There's no way that was catchable. Looks like Gilbert in coverage.
Unless we interfered with somebody on that fence line, then there's no way they're throwing that flag because that ball was way out of bounds. And it just kind of shocking there, Nima, that the success Crescent has had moving the ball on first down, that they drop back and throw the ball, which to me is that's probably their least effective opportunity they're going to have to move the ball tonight. And so pretty shocking there. So now they're going to have to overcome it on second and long.
So looks like Cooper Frazee's checked in at corner for Gilbert. Looked like he had a little ankle situation. Varner again in shotgun. He'll go ahead and give the Drescher. Comes back in, finds a nice seam, but met immediately by Mason Manning, and that'll be a stop of forward progress. A gain of about 3, and I'll bring up third down and about 7 here for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's another. I thought Joey got held again on that play, not to keep harping on it, but Joey broke through pretty quick, had a good first step, and 54 looked like he had a pretty good hold of Joey there, so maybe we'll get that call. But once again, over here on their sideline, we're probably not getting that call. So here we go, third and 7. So here's a chance for Cashion. Obviously, 2 down territory for Crescent.
So same simple look here. This time we've got 8 Tanner Rice in that H-back position. 2 wide receivers here on the close side. Varner back to pass. Looks like it's going to be a screen. He's going to dump it across the middle. Ball in the air. Had a chance. Williams as well as Nabavi and Branson had a chance as it careens off the face of number 8 Tanner Rice. Looks like Cade Varner put a little zip on that one, and they'll bring up fourth down. Definitely 4 down territory.
Yeah, and it's better. A different bounce and Cash intercepts that, maybe goes to the house. But for Crescent, dropping it he was going to lose a couple yards anyway. There was 5 Cashion kids surrounding him, so very disciplined there by our defensive line and Aiden Williams and holding his ground right there and not biting on that free rush.
We do have a timeout here, so Coach Fisher's going to think about it. Wise choice here, as we're already in the second quarter. This game may be over by 8:30. So Coach Fisher will take a timeout. That means we'll take a timeout here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Thanks for joining us. I know we've had a lot of technical difficulties. We're going to try our best to keep this going here live from Crescent, Oklahoma.
Home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank. Small town banking. The way it should be. Member FDIC.
Christy Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
Our world is changing. But one thing is the same. We're here for you. In these uncertain times, take comfort in knowing that modern women of America is built for this. We're built to handle
All right, welcome back to CWTV production of Cashion Wildcats football. Thanks for joining. Neiman Ababi, Chad Tishner here, silky smooth. 9:03, second quarter. Crescent Tigers, 4th down. Blitz is on. It's been picked up. Vandriff in pressure. He'll get him. And that'll be another sack, tackle for loss for the Cashion Wildcats, as it will be a turnover of downs. It'll be Cashion ball, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, like we talked about, keeping Crescent in those passing situations, letting guys like Jackson Vandriff just unleash when he knows, what's coming. I mean, he knows they're going to drop back, they're going to throw the ball, and he's bearing down. He's going to go get a sack, which is what he did there. So it's going to be tough hay for Crescent throughout this game in 3rd and 4th and long.
So Cashion Wildcats will take over right outside the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Ben Harmon and the gang with their second possession. They scored on their first one going 80 yards with a Nick Nababi 2-yard run. Nababi to the right of Harmon. He'll get the ball. He'll cut back looking for a lane. He's got a few. He's got a chance to get to the outside to the 50. He's got a chance if he can beat Tayon Johnson. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 10-5. Touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. Nick Nabavi, 65 yards. Rumbling and stumbling. Put another 6 on the board.
Great job there by Nick. You know, I mean, we've seen him do it all season long. He's so patient. He finds his way through the initial hole, and once he breaks out in space and people are trying to tackle him, he's almost untacklable. I mean, we've seen him throw guys to the ground all year, one-on-one in open field. And Johnson's a big guy. I mean, he's a big, athletic, big guy. But Nick is just – he knows how to contort and control his body. And great job there by Nick breaking that final tackle and taking that thing to the house.
Didn't know he had it in him. Bryson Hogan with the extra point attempt. Snap. They're going to have an offsides here. I don't think Coach is going to go for it here. With, typically you get the half step off on the offsides.
Right.
It's like he's going to go ahead and keep and let him kick it, decline it.
I like it. The more opportunities for Bryson, the better. Let him keep. You never know when it's going to. Well, we do know. We saw it come down to that last year in the semifinals. So the more opportunities he can get, the better, and just keep letting him build that confidence.
Kick is up and is blocked. So you jinxed him, Chad.
Yep, jinxed him.
No, it's okay. So good work there. It looks like it was kind of a delayed snap. I'm sure the timing was good, but Bryson Hogan was not able to get the extra point. The Cashion Wildcats, though, do get the touchdown. A 65-yard run by Nick Nabavi. Quick strike score. J.L. Fisher's doing a great job of milking the clock. The Cashion Wildcats are making it happen when they need to. We're going to quick timeout. Actually, we'll leave it right here. We've got some messages coming in from my man Chris Tishner. It says backpack. That's right, Nick Nabavi. He didn't have to carry too many people on that one. He was actually and kudos to the line. Fantastic job by Joey Wilson at center. We've got I know Juicy Martinez is out, but Bryce Berg as well.
Camden's out. Martinez.
Out, so Bryce Berg's checking in, as well as a few others. I think Tommy Branson's in there, and Preston Cotter and the group. Chase Ritter, fantastic job. And we do have our field cam ready to go again. What exactly is in the end zone? Like, what is that? What plane is that?
It looks like bamboo. Is it?
Bamboo?
I think it's bamboo. I'm not, that's not my niche, man. That's not my niche. I can barely mow the lawn, so you're asking a lot, bro.
Seen a lot of games out here. I figured you might know, Tishner. All right, so my man Bryson Hogan out on the kick at the 40. Deep again is that same trio of Wilson, Desher, and Lewis for the Tigers, sitting right around the 15. It's going to be a nice little boot up in the air. This one will go to number 23, C.J. Wilson, right around the 20. He'll cut back to the middle. Chasing him is Manning. It looks like, is that Jackson Vandriff again, or is that Bryce Burke? No, it's Aiden Williams. No, it's my man Jaden Miller.
Jaden Miller, yep.
Love seeing Jaden Miller. Does a fantastic job on kickoff and special teams. He comes in on the D-line, so he's got 2 casts on his hands. I don't even know how he makes tackles, but it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers right around the 35, third possession.
Danger zone now for Crescent, down 2 scores. The style of play, the game plan, those things are going to go out the window pretty quick if they can't answer the bell and get some points on the board.
So big shout out to my man Gage Beddick, Colton Niemeyer, and Mark Parrott run the camera for us. We appreciate it. Can't do it without them. 1st and 10 from the 35. Full house backfield. Handoff to this time Tayon Johnson. He's met right at the line. He's able to bull through. Credit Tayon. Looks like he'll get about 2 or 3, and that'll bring up about looks like second down at about 7.
Yep. And I think that's what Crescent wants to live with. They can get 3 or 4. The old 3 yards in a cloud to us. I mean, that's what they want to do. But like we said, eventually they got to pay one of these drives off and get it in the end zone, or this thing's going to get out of reach.
So it is 2nd and 7, 8:04 here. Again, it's tough for a team that's trying to control the clock. You can't get down 2 possessions. We got some homeboys here. Got some kids that played basketball with Nathan Abavi on the Irish. Fumble, rolling out, nowhere to go, and he's going to be swarmed under. So my man Tanner Rice, his second fumbled snap, and he'll pay for that one as that goes back across the sticks, and that'll be 3rd down and long for the Tigers.
Yeah, Joey living in the backfield again. Once that ball hit the ground, it was all bets off, and Cashion was all over that thing. Nothing that Crescent could do, and here we go, 3rd and 10 again, and I would watch out for number 88 coming hot right here into the quarterback's face.
Well, you definitely don't want any part of him, hot or cold. So, another full house backfield. Back to pass, on the go route. Gilbert in coverage on number 12. Going up top. It's outside the hands of Ethan Ryans, the senior. He was open.
Yeah, he got a step there. Gilbert was in a pretty good position there. Just as he turned and looked for the ball, Ethan Ryans kind of got ahead of him a couple of steps, but still, not a high percentage play there. Crescent can't rely on that as they go through this game.
So heading up, looks like we do have 4th and long. It will be a punt, as Rice will punt it away. Lagasse deep. He won't even attempt to look at it. He'll hit the 35 and roll. Nice crescent roll all the way down to the 26-27, where Tayon Johnson, a senior, will down it, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cashion Wildcats. Got 6:55 left here, and this is danger zone, as you mentioned, for the Tigers. If Cashion Wildcats are able to go down and score, they also get the ball back in the 3rd quarter. So this will be a very important defensive series here for the Crescent Tigers.
I think Ben's probably itching to throw the football a little bit here. I don't know if he's going to let Nick touch it here on the first couple plays, but we'll see.
It's all right. We'll see what happens.
But once again, it's reading the numbers. You know this, Nima. Shaq's just sitting over there reading the numbers. He's reading the numbers. He's seeing how Crescent's going to align, and he's making the call. And you give a guy like Nick a head of steam, and he's going to do what Chris said. He's going to carry the backpack however long he needs to and get to the end zone.
It's like Crescent showing blitz up the middle. They do. Nabavi will work to his right. He's got a lane. He'll cut back in. Tayon Johnson with the tackle. Middle linebacker chased them all the way around, but not after a gain of about 7 for Nabavi. It'll be 2nd down and about 3 for the Cashion Wildcats.
I think something, too, that we don't hear enough about, all levels of football, too, is how well – when you have a solid run game, it seems like, you focus on the line a lot, but our receivers, man, they block so well. And they stay on their blocks. And that run right there could have been a 2 or 3 yard run, but because our receivers, right. Gilbert's over here, he's staying on his block, and it turns into 7.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, Chad. So it'll be 2nd down and 3, 6:15 here. Snap, another blitz on, little out route, little dig there by Lagasse. He'll work to the outside, trying to break free of Varner. Is able to fall forward, so that'll be a 1st down for the Cashion Wildcats. We haven't called Lagasse's name a lot, but I believe that's his 2nd catch on the night, and that'll be a 1st down right around the it's like the 44-yard or 42-yard line.
Varner did a little bit better job. He learned from that first one in the first quarter, I think. Kind of held his ground a little bit. Didn't overcommit too early, and he was able at least to get Lane into the ground there, but not before Cashion gets another 1st down.
Harmon in empty set, 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. Gavin Fippins checked in at the slot there on the Cashion side. Back to pass is Harmon. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a huge lane. He's got a chance. Got a couple blocks. Cuts back up. Has another chance. Still on his feet.
Oh.
Is that going to be a face mask? Is that going to be a face mask? Thank you.
Yeah, there it is.
The white hat finally about 20 yards away gets the call. It would have been a 1st down for Ben Harmon. So nice work there by Ben. And we've been talking all year. Just his maturity has been fantastic. No need to force. He continued to come up in the pocket, look to go deep, and found a chance to get a little bit of extra running room, and it'll be 1st down Cashion.
Yeah, pretty obvious face mask there. I'm not sure why the linesman here on the near side didn't see it, but luckily the white hat from way downtown, he picked it up, and we'll move it forward 15 more yards. But, yeah, Ben, what can you say about Ben? He's just so heady. Doesn't really – you don't see Ben force a lot, he takes what's there. He's been, the protege of Coach Shockfield over there, and he knows the numbers too. He knows what's there, and he does a good job taking what the defense gives him.
So the step off all the way to 32 on Crescent. Come back to Lagasse. He'll cut back inside, and he'll go down. That'll be another 1st down for the Cashion Wildcats. So nice little hook up there. Looks like about 15 yards from Ben Harmon to senior Landon Lagasse.
Yeah, and like I said, so soft. We got Crescent backed up. They're playing so soft. They're just trying not to give up the deep ball, but it's one or the other. 6 1/2 dozen. How do you want to shake it?
Yep. So Cashion comes out 2-by-2. Nabavi to the left of Harmon. 1st and 10, right around the 15-yard line. Nabavi will go now in motion. Empty backfield. Harmon back to pass for sure. He's got Nabavi on the sideline. Cuts back. Looks like he's going to have a little dance match session. He's not going to win that one. So good work by the Crescent Tigers holding Nabavi forward progress. It's going to be about a gain of 8 on that pass from Harmon to Nick Nabavi.
Yeah, just another easy 8 yards there, just a little pitch out. Crescent didn't really do a good job adjusting to Nick coming out of the backfield, and like I said, easy 7 or 8 yards.
All right, so a big shout out to my man Chris Gibson. Looks like he's heading home, so things a little under control. So been thinking about you. Harmon in the corner. Lagasse with the catch, trying to get the pylon, and he does. Touchdown! Cashion Wildcats. Ben Harmon to Landon Lagasse. 9-yard hookup, and put another one on the board as the Wildcats go up. What do we got? 19 to nothing.
Yeah, that'd be 19. Not a very clear shot of the scoreboard from the Squirtle booth.
It's tough. That OU degree for me. It's making it out 6 to 13. So we do have an Adelaide Jerry sighting. We haven't seen her for a few games. Good to see her out there. Freshman kicking. Nabavi on the hold. Let's see if we can't get this one to go through. Kick is up. It's a beaut. It's good.
Got it.
Jerry.
And hey, I know I've heard you give the neighborhood shout-outs all the time.
Do it.
Pioneer Ridge right there. Pioneer Ridge. Shout out to the Jerry's, 2 houses down.
That's absolutely. We just need
like
someone from Pioneer Ridge to come here. I can only give shout-outs for Montana Farms. A lot of great neighborhoods. I know Sarah Brown gets mad. We don't talk about Beaver.
Beaver Lake.
Beaver Lake.
Yeah.
With the Bransons and the bunch. There's a ton of folks there. But, and we know Matt Stimke's out there as well, so he's been texting us. Appreciate that. So with that, the Cashion Wildcats go on essentially a 73-yard drive, capped off by a 9-yard pass from Ben Harmon to Lagasse.
I mean, and give Crescent a little credit. It's not like they're giving a short field, turning the ball over. I mean, it's just they're not converting on some drives, and they've had a chance on a couple drives. I think the first down call down here earlier, a couple drives ago, where they threw the ball on the little corner route, that was tough and kind of killed the drive. But they've had a couple chances, but now they're really going to have to kind of get out of their comfort zone at this point.
The Wildcats up 20 to nothing here. Second quarter action, 4:20 left. Hogan with the kickoff here from the 40. That's going to be a high onside. It's got a small gap. It's going to hit. It's going to have a chance to Cashion Wildcats, and we do get it there. Is that Jackson Vandruff?
I believe it is, Mr. 88 on the recovery.
Great spot, Bryson Hogan. We talked about the surgeon, Lance Christensen last year, picking spots, laser focus. Bryson Hogan literally drops a dime in a perfect spot. Number 23 for the Tigers. C.J. Wilson wasn't sure what to do with it, and that'll fall in the hands. And that is bad news for the Tigers as the Cashion Wildcats. You jinxed them there.
I jinxed him. I'm the jinx. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, he's going to call me a jinx again. Jinx in a good way for Cashion, though, at least this time.
Cashion Wildcats take over at the Tiger 30. Option left. Harmon with the keeper. He'll try to get the outside. Drescher will move him out of bounds. Be a short gain. That'll bring up second down and long for the Wildcats here. The clock stops. 4:11 here, second quarter.
Saw a little ball skills there. I saw a little Charles Thompson flashback there. He's kind of, giving a little jab out there. It's pretty impressive.
And that's the prototypical Barry Switzer, right? Coming to the short side.
Short side, man. You wear that short side out. Yeah. Stay in your neighborhood. That's the mindset.
Trips left. We got a bunch formation over there. Nabavi in a semi-pistol. It's going to be a reverse. Lagasse has got a huge lane and a convoy. Joey Wilson needs to get a block. He does. Lagasse is finally met. Great job there, my number 12. Give credit to my man Ethan Ryans, DB, the senior for the Crescent Tigers. It stops the touchdown, but Lagasse on that may be his first rush of the year, at least maybe just a few, and that'll get it all the way down. Looks like to about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, little razzle dazzle there. Cashion open it up a little bit, so keeping Crescent honest, making them, like I said, make them defend everything. So many options available.
Harmon back to pass, looking to that left side. He's got a deep corner route. Mason Manning, 2 feet in the ball. That's a touchdown. Cashion Wildcats put another one on the board.
Yeah, it's just, watch that replay. Our offensive line just completely, for that to work, we gotta give Ben time. We gotta give Mason time to run the route. I'm watching Nick looking for somebody to block. Like, Nick's trying to find somebody to block. There's nobody for him to block because nobody from Crescent's getting any penetration up the middle, and that's just too easy for Cashion.
So we've got a Christensen sighting now. This time it's another brother, Chandler. We love seeing Chandler, the sophomore. He's out to kick now for the Cashion Wildcats as they go up 26-0. Kick is up, and it's good. So Christensen puts one through. Nice job by the sophomore, and it's 27-0. Cashion Wildcats. Outstanding work, and I'm trying to work on an instant replay. It's hard to do Chris Gibson's job, I promise you.
Well, especially when you have an inept partner over here that has no idea how to do any of it but
no,
talk.
Absolutely not. Chad, we're super happy that you're here. So let's cut back over. We'll see what we got here. So Harmon in back to pass. Great protection, and there it is. Pick your poison. Can't lose Mr. Manning there in the corner. So Cashion Wildcats put another one on the board and lead 27-0.
Good to see Mason get in the end zone. I mean, it just seems like Mason's kind of been the hard luck guy. He's had a lot of big plays get called back all year. So I figured he probably caught that ball and just turned around and immediately started looking for laundry on the field. But good to see Mason get in the end zone. Great ball by Ben there as well. Just put it in the perfect spot.
And thank you for all of our great viewers out there. Again, awesome. We'll talk about our sponsors here in half, but appreciate you viewers updating that Squirtle app, getting that score ready to go. Live action scoring and follow scores all around the country, or all around the state, I apologize. Almost the country.
Yeah.
It's going multi-states, but appreciate our partners at Squirtle.com and Squirtle.tv. Bryson Hogan with the kick. Crescent Tigers looking for something here. Looks like they're going to have an offsides by the Cashion Wildcats. Got a little out ahead of the curve there. So let's see what J.L. Fisher will do. I guess he'll have to take the penalty.
Yeah, they killed that one. So can we talk about though? I know Lane's our history buff, and he gives us all the lessons at halftime. And thank goodness our streams work. I mean, we got to get our stream working for halftime, that's for sure. But it is. I've been around since like 2005, and it is amazing to me that we have 4 kids that have made an extra point this year, because I'm pretty sure for my first 5 or 6 years here, we never even lined up an attempted one. And so it's amazing to see how far we come in that regard as well, and the depth of athlete we have in all areas, in all sports at Cashion. It's just amazing, and it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And we've even talked about that with some of the other sports like baseball and football and basketball, where we've got even kids being able to play year-round. So it's definitely paid its dividends. Hogan with another kick to the sideline. That'll hang. It looks like it will go out of bounds, so it'll be Crescent ball at the 35 with the penalty. But yeah, just a ton of athletes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We took our basketball team picture yesterday.
Yep.
31 kids playing basketball.
That's all?
Yeah, in the team picture. Just 31 this year.
Do we have enough uniforms?
No. Yeah. So yeah,
kids. So the future's bright. The bench is deep. Again, a lot of excitement. I know the same goes for wrestling on the boys' side. Obviously, baseball had a great run going to state tournament last year. On the girls' side, it's fantastic. Basketball, track, softball had a great year this year going to regionals. So
right.
As Sammy Jackson, our superintendent, all we do is win. Cashion Wildcats back out on D. We've got about 3 minutes and 31 seconds. That was about a 30-second drive to put another touchdown. 3-4 look here for the Wildcats. Shotgun is Varner right around the 40-yard line. He'll go ahead and give underneath the Desher. He's got a nice little lane, and I absolutely love Desher's speed and vision. He'll get that out to about the looks like the 46. A nice little gain of about 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, pretty much been their most effective go-to play. Like you said, Desher just hits the hole so hard. So he's a little quicker to the hole, a little more aggressive to the hole, and that's, like I said, to me, that's been their go-to this evening. Is they're probably averaging 4 or 5 yards of play on that.
So it will be 2nd down and 4. Running clock, 3 minutes left here. We'll get that clock fixed too at some point as well. It's been an absolute disaster technically, but appreciate you guys hanging tight here on CWTV. Varner, he'll go ahead and keep it up the middle. He's got a lane. He'll get the first down. Eventually brought down there. Looks like Mason Manning on the stop. Varner's going to he's going to need an ice bath after this. He's taking some pretty good hits tonight. Earning
his keep tonight, and it's like the same thing. I don't know, to me, I may be wrong, but it seems like on their first set of downs, first down, they get 6 or 7, 8 yards. Second down, they get 2 or 3. They get the first down and convert, and then Cashion stops them. Yep. So they got to find a way to get a little bit more consistency on first down after that initial first down set of downs.
Blitz is on up the middle. Bryce Burke will come back, make the tackle. He was the original one coming through. It was a mad blitz there with like Nabavi on the outside, Burke right up the middle. Cashion and Coach Wood showing a 3-4 tonight. Looks like it'll be a short gain, so give credit to Varner somehow getting through that, getting a couple yards. It looks like Cashion will take a timeout here as Coach Wood wants to talk it over.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. Clock's still running, so we need to get that figured out because we called timeout about 5 seconds ago.
They ran a couple more off.
Yeah.
That's okay. If we were in Kingfisher, it'd be the same way. They'd figure out how to run that clock. But you guys, appreciate you guys joining us here. We're going to timeout. Be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV.
And we've weathered many in the past 137 years, including world wars, disease outbreaks, depressions, and recessions. You may have concerns about your financial plan, but you can also have peace of mind. You got this because you have us.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Woody, and I want to help you or a loved one navigate your way through understanding Medicare. It's hard getting questions answered when you don't know who to call or trust. I am local and appointed with all the insurance carriers in Oklahoma. You can trust me to help you apply for Medicare, make the right decisions based on your current financial and healthcare needs, and feel confident about your future. Act quickly. Annual enrollment period is October 15th to December 7th. Call Stephanie Woody, that's me, at 405-830-4966 to set up an appointment.
All right, welcome back to CWTV production of Cashion Wildcats football. Neiman Abavi, Chad Tishner live from Crescent, Oklahoma. Cashion Wildcats war on 74. Up 27-0 here. We've got about minute 58 left in the second quarter. The Tigers in Cashion territory for the fourth time tonight. On 4 drives, actually. They had that one kickoff that they lost. Varner in shotgun. They go give underneath the Desher. Desher will cut back outside. Nowhere to go as Mason Manning wraps up eventually. Looks like that's Joey Wilson. We've called his name a lot, and that'll be another tackle as Coach Shackelford smells blood. Calls another timeout, hoping to get the ball back.
Well, just thinking bigger picture here, some people might be wondering, well, are we calling timeout? You're up 27-0, but, Cashion get one more score on here before halftime, get this thing to 34-0. Cashion can start thinking about, all right, let's get some kids off the field. Let's get some of these younger guys in, and let's start getting ready for next week.
Yep, amen. Chad's acting like he doesn't know anything about football. Chad's talking like he's been doing this for quite a bit now. Appreciate Chad. Big shout out to our man Chris Gibson and Drew Baker. Appreciate you guys. I know you're not here tonight. We miss you. We'll get you back for that home game against Cashion. It'll be most likely it will be the winner of Dibble and Wynnewood. We saw Wynnewood last year in the first round when the COVID they decided to add whoever wanted to play.
Participation round.
Participation round. Wynnewood said we'll take it. They get whooped and allowed Cashion to kind of collect another win to that record-setting 16-0 state title run last year. So the Tigers are ready to go. Cashion Wildcats coming back out on D. Looks like we've got Joey Wilson, Aiden Williams, and Jackson Vandruff on the line. We've got Nabavi, Burke, Manning, and Caleb Duran at the linebacker spot. We've got Gilbert in the safety spots, and we've got Brown and Lagasse at the corners. Rolling out to his left, little dump down. Nice little play there to number 8 from Varner. He'll be pushed out of bounds as Jackson Vandruff chases him down. Nice rollout there by Cade Varner, selling out and hitting Tanner Rice out of the backfield.
Yeah, a nice little play fake to Johnson. That's the first time it really got us. We're playing run, we're setting on run, and we got a little overzealous probably on that one. And great play call there by Crescent and kind of changed the pace a little bit. So Cashion going to have to tighten up here, and now we're playing defense here probably for the rest of this half, so we got to find a way to get Crescent off the field.
So minute 31 left here. Varner with the give to Tayon. He's got a big hole. Nabavi with the initial hit. He's going to need more than one guy. And give credit to Tayon Johnson. 9-yard carry on first down.
Yeah, clock running here. Didn't get the first down, so Crescent going to have to probably try to hustle up here a little bit. I think they've only called one timeout. They should have 2 left. So
yeah, that's what it says on the. It looks like I think that's what it says on the. Well, no, actually it doesn't. But nonetheless, that was an 8-yard run there. So second and 2. 1 minute now left. 59 seconds running clock. Varner in shotgun again. He'll go ahead and get that back into Tayon. He's bowling his head forward. That time he gets nowhere. As looks like Mason Manning, and that may have been Bryce Burke on the ground that slowed that down as well. But it is enough for the first down.
Yeah, gets first down, stops the clock there.
So 1st and 10, 50 seconds on the clock. Ball at the 10. Or actually, I apologize, at the 15. So first down will be at the 5 if they can get it there. Varner under center here. I formation. Tayon Johnson doing a little Bo Jackson action here. Gives inside.
Fullback.
Nowhere to go. Aiden Williams credit there as Tanner Rice was trying to get that fullback dive. Nowhere
Crescent's
to
going to
go.
have to call timeout here. Clock's still running. I'm amazed they haven't called timeout.
And Jay, he will call it there. So J.L. Fisher will call a timeout. That will stop the clock with 27 seconds. And we'll leave it here. So from a standpoint, I think we got
Some scores if you want to get some scores. So second quarter, the big one up in the Northwest District, District A1, the district championship, Hooker at Fairview, and it's like second quarter score. Fairview's up 15-0 in that one. I had Dibble in the second quarter up on Wynnewood. We would play the winner of that game next week, like you said earlier. Dibble 13, Wynnewood 7.
Okay.
Another big game, a lot of people talking about in the Ringling's district. Ringling kind of got pushed last week, but everybody thought Elmore City Purnell was a little better than Wayne, who pushed Ringling last week to the fourth quarter. But Ringling taking care of business tonight. They're up 21-0 in the second.
Yeah, you don't mess with Ringling right now. This in the month of November, and that group just salty. Still not sure how they got beat by Thomas last year, but certainly a team to look out for. As things work out, and they are on the opposite side of the bracket as us.
Yep.
All right, so we've got second down and 11 here for the Tigers. Two-back set here for Varner and the Tigers. Cashion now in a 4-3 look. Jet sweep look here in motions number 10. Varner with the loose ball. He gets it out to, looks like a Nabavi on the tackle there of Tanner Rice in the flats. And looks like J.O. will call his last time out.
I think we got flag down. I think we're going to have illegal formation, on Crescent. The linesman over here, he dropped the flag early. I think, that's what they got. Yeah, they got him there, and so.
So was that on the jet sweep that he cut up too early? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it looked like maybe one of the line of the linemen looked like they were too far off the line of scrimmage, maybe to me, but I may be wrong on that. But but anyway, now Crescent in for sure passing down here with one timeout left and 20. Well, no, they wound that clock 18 seconds. They need to. They are not. I don't want to be too critical, but the time management here has not been great. 10 seconds left now in the quarter.
Varner in shotgun. It's another fumbled snap. He's got it timed. Goes deep across the middle. Ball falls into the ground and into the bamboo. Incomplete. And I'll bring up third down.
Now, I think they're going to call it there. I think that thing went to 0, and I think that's going to be in the second quarter.
So that's it. As the Cashion Wildcats hold the Crescent Tigers. Let's see what happens here.
Hang on. They're keeping them here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to probably put a couple more seconds on there. I think maybe the Crescent Tiger timekeeper wanted to go on a concession stand around.
Yeah.
So it will be fourth down. It should be fourth down. Is that right? Or no, it's third down. I
think it's third. After the penalty. Yeah,
so third 16. One more chance here for the Tigers. They do move Tanner Rice, the sophomore, back into the quarterback position. It's like another fumbled snap, looking for reverse. Cade Varner with the ball. Interception, Max Brown. He's going to return it. We've got a chance here. He's got another set of blockers to the outside. Down the sideline, the speedster's finally tackled. Max Brown flexes for the fans, and that'll be the end of the first half as the Crescent Tigers are held scoreless. Cashion Wildcats have that shutout and lead 27-0 here going into halftime.
Great finish there by Cashion. Try to get our timeouts called, try to get the ball back and get the ball back in Ben in the offense's hands. That didn't work out, but hey, let's rely on that D. We've seen that D get better every game all year. Just continue to improve and blossom, and so definitely expected that, and here they are pitching a shutout here in the first half at Crescent.
Yeah, well, so we're going to channel my inner Chris Gibson here as we'll try to get this instant replay as we get my man, hopefully, Lane Broadbent in. And, again, the Cashion Wildcats holding the Crescent Tigers on four separate possessions. Let's see if we can't get to So here's the play here. Again, nice little drop here to get Varner the ball. But nowhere near as Max Brown able to get that. He's got a chance. Nabavi out there leading the block gets one.
Last guy.
Give credit to number 10, Ian Lewis, the sophomore, chasing down the speedster, Max Brown. And that'll be the end of it as the Cashion Wildcats again go up 27-0. Now we got Lane Broadbent coming to the circle or coming into the box. We'll go to a commercial. Be right back with Lessons with Lane in a sec.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashion community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashion students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up, get you some.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 405-283-6565.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Legacy Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on Main Street in Cashion, Oklahoma, supporting our Wildcats while riding business throughout Oklahoma and surrounding states. Legacy agents who share over 40 years of experience will shop many carriers to fulfill all of your insurance and investment needs. We welcome face-to-face meetings, but if your needs require an online virtual relationship, we are versed at those too. Let the team of Chris Gibson, Chris Cochran, Aaron Phoenix, and Christina Branson at Legacy Insurance and Financial Services help you build your own legacy, one you will be proud to live and to leave.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcats TV and Even Abavi. Joining me up here in the box is my man Lane Broadbent, Lessons with Lane. Lane, welcome. And we've got the Cashion cheerleaders. They're getting ready for game day regionals in Stroud on Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. This is all by memory. I don't know how I'm doing it. Coach Amber Hobgood and Casey Williams doing a great job with this group. Their performance will be 1:30 on Saturday, and I think they have 40 teams there. They'll take the top 15 that will go to state, which will be in Moore the following Saturday. Cashion's finished no less than 4th place in game day regionals, and not only do they have the girls that are out there, but I think you've got Joey Wilson, Landon Lagasse, and one more person. Boy, I wish I could remember, as flag boys.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be a big weekend here for the Cashion.
And there's some bad blood. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a fight between the cheerleaders of Crescent and Cashion. You know, Crescent girls were state champs this fall, and Cashion girls were state runner-up. So I'm hoping to see a fight tonight.
No fights. We can't see that. That'd be funny though. Nonetheless, but Lane, so Cashion up 27-0. We're still having issues with our streaming. I don't even know what we're doing. I don't even know what happened. But nonetheless, we'll try to figure this out. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. We'll get it straight and rectified. But what are Cashion up 27-0? What stands out to you in tonight's game here in the first half?
Well, we're just seeing some of these seniors continue to step forward. I mean, I know he's your son, but Nick had a monster game against Tonkawa. He's a great kid, but he played a tremendous game against Tonkawa, carrying it through again tonight. Joey Wilson is playing tremendous.
Yep.
Number 9, Bryce.
He's 69 tonight.
Bryce
Berg,
9.
Sophomore.
Yeah, he's had a great game too. Crescent is just almost there every year. Every year we play them, we're like, they're really not terrible.
Right.
And they've got some good ball players. They just can't put it together. And they started out the year 3-1.
Yep.
And now they're 3-7, 3-6.
3-6, 0-4 in district. They had 2 tough losses. One to Watonga and the other one to OCA. One in overtime. And I think the Watonga game, I think if you're a Crescent fan, you're probably saying that they got screwed on a call where the Watonga quarterback on 4th down had his knee down, flipped it up in the air, and somehow got it caught. And they caught it. They said it was complete, and they went on to basically win the game. So I
think Cashion's played Crescent. We went to 11-man in 2008, so this is the 13th year that we played them. The first year we played them at Cashion. Caden Cochran was a quarterback. A pickle kid from Crescent had the ball kind of go through his hands in the end zone with about a minute left to go in the game. That really Crescent should have won that game. We beat them here maybe 4 years ago, 16-13.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 16-13.
It was a close game, and Crescent was good then. And then, of course, the miracle catch in 2012. The game was I think we were down by 4 points. Like 14 seconds to go, 4th down. Final play really of the game, and Nate Lee caught it in the corner of the end zone. I was up on the top of the press box at Crescent here, and Ken Reasoner was up there with me. I've told this story before, but Ken Reasoner was with me. Bird was his last name. I can't remember what his first name was. He was a kid in high school. He was filming. Bruce Temple was filming. He was talking trash to the fans below us. They were yelling at him. It was out of control. Well, when he hit that touchdown pass, Ken Reasoner starts jumping on top of the roof like a monkey. I mean, just jumping all the way around. The AD climbed up on top of the roof, chewed us out, told us he's going to kick us out of the game, which the game was already over with, but Evan Bird was his name. Evan Bird was scared out of his mind. He just knew he was going to get
arrested.
He knew he was going to get whipped by some Crescent people, and he was like, "Hey, can you walk with me over to the field?" So me and Ken Reasoner escorted him from the press box all the way across the field. But
teamwork, love it.
It's a good one. The Crescent beat us 45-10 in 2017. They were loaded with talent,
they did.
and that's the only time they've really had a victory over us. And
I remember working the chains at that game, and they had some men, grown men.
Oh yeah.
And, Bowers among the and the quarterback was went on to OSU, right?
Bowers was their quarterback.
Quarterback went to OSU.
And they had 3 or 4 other kids that were really, really good.
Just solid. And I said, if they don't beat us tonight, it's going to be a long time before they beat us.
Right.
And since then, it's been all Cashion.
Right, you bet.
Yeah.
And as long as Coach Shaq's around, we're gonna be okay.
Yep, love it. Hey, let's. I think we hopefully it's a little choppy. So looks like we got 4 bars. I'm not sure what's going on. What was that text there, Chad? Looked like somebody won something, but 6, so it may be Hooker coming to town.
But Hooker's going to be driving 5 hours to come play us too.
Yeah.
So
they did that last year. So we saw them in the I want to say the quarters or 3rd round at least last year. Was that last year?
Yeah. We played them last year.
Second round after the freebie YMCA play-in. So
and you talked about 2018.
Right.
That was a heartbreak. I mean, when we played Fairview and got beat by them in the 2nd round, and that really affected our coaches too. Our coaches took that hard, and that's just one of them games that you wish you had back. And
oh my goodness,
like to play them again.
Ranked number 1 in the state.
Yeah.
That was when that set of seniors were juniors. And it's certainly a situation where we wish, definitely. But those lessons supported the team the next year when they made it to the state finals, lost to Ringling. It helped them definitely there. Hey, we got a red stream. So Chad, don't move. Put the antenna on put some aluminum foil on your head, or don't move. We actually have a stream, so that's a good thing as the Crescent Tigers come out of the Tiger Pride. Looks like locker room area. So. Adjustments for the second half. What is Coach Shaq? What do we expect to see? What do you expect to happen here in the second half of the game?
Don't get anybody hurt. Run the ball. Try to milk as much time off the clock as you can. Just try to get out of here. The game may not be decided, but it is. I mean, Crescent's not going to score 28 points. So we just got to get out of here without someone's leg falling off.
So most likely, Cashion will probably get after on that first drive, probably try to go down and score, go up 34-0, and then let the defense ride it out for the rest of the game.
That's right. That's what I would think they would do.
Right. I love it. Well, Lane, we absolutely appreciate you always coming up. You're my hero. We have talked about the fact that you've been a part of this particular broadcast and this for the last few years. You were there from day one when we played Minko at home. You were there with our Lessons with Lane. I think it just came up that time, and I know everybody loves you coming in talking about the history behind
we talk
football.
We talk about these kids. They're like superstars to me. I mean, I get a little bit nervous being around like Nick. I saw him Sunday, and I was kind of nervous, didn't really know what to say. I see him at the quick stop. I really can't make eye contact with him because he's a bad man. So they're all like that. There's just, the last 10, 15 years, there's been player after player that's been heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of my heroes just walked in, my oldest boy, Alex. They've got a big game against Henderson State tomorrow, number 16th ranked in Division II, so it'll be a big one. And maybe he can catch a ball for us tomorrow.
I like it.
Make the family proud, Cashion proud. But Caden Harrell's another kid out there. We'll go to a commercial, be right back. We've got about a minute left here before they put another 3 on. Appreciate you guys joining us here. This has been Lessons with Lane, Neiman Abavi version. We miss you, Chris Gibson. Be right back here in a sec here on Cashion Wildcats TV.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like Video on Demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC Metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats! Cashion Shape Up Fitness is locally owned and operated with no contracts or sign-up fees. Our rates start at only $30 per month, and we have tanning available. Everything you need to work on your health and fitness. So contact Amber Lee to sign up today, 405-538-8248. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Cashion Shape Up Fitness.
So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out 'cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray.
This is Crane and Grange Market, the coolest little boutique you've never heard of. Come see us.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to.
All right, welcome back to CWTV production of Cashion Wildcat Football. Joining me back in the box is our AT&T technical advisor, as well as play-by-play guy, Chad Tishner. He found a little spot there to get us hopefully enough bandwidth to broadcast.
Consistent. We're just going for consistent. That's how we're going. It doesn't have to be great. Just got to be consistent.
It would be good. So I know it's a little choppy. We're trying to take a look at the browser to see kind of what it looks like. As of right now, it's the best we can do. We appreciate you guys hanging tight. Again, this is what happens sometimes when you go out in the country. So it is what it is. So, but we appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. The Cashion Wildcats up 27-0, number one ranked, looking to go to 9-1, secure again another victory on the district side. That would be 28 in a row, I think, district straight wins.
Yep.
So that'll be a good day, and hopefully it'll be a situation where as Lane offered up, we get out without any type of injuries or anything like that. Knock on wood. So in essence, we'll cut to the field. Cashion Wildcats going through the last bit of warm-ups. The Crescent Tigers are already ready to kick off. I think they're supposed to put another 3 minutes up, but maybe they're just wanting to get this one over with.
No, I think they already put the warm-up 3 up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the warm-up 3 already went up. So I think this will be it.
All right, so keep this text going in regards to what's happening with us from a technical standpoint, trying to make sure that things do look good. Right now it does not look good. It looks like it's a little gray and hazy as we don't have enough juice to make it through, but let us know how it goes, and worst case scenario, you just chime back in and watch later.
There you go.
Crescent Tigers out to kick off. It looks like we're good to go there. Let's see if we can't get our field camera going. I don't know where it went, but it is what it is. So Chad, we talked about maybe taking that opening drive, scoring here, going up 34-0, and then maybe sprinkling in some of those reserves, some of those younger guys to get some more playing time. What's the one thing you're looking for Coach Shack in the Wildcats in the second half?
Yeah, I think that's I think, like I said, we talked a lot about not just what's going to go on tonight, but what's ahead of this team, and I think that's most important. I think the coaching staff especially wants to go out on this first drive, get the ball in the end zone. I think you'll see your first team defense definitely come out. Get a stop, see where that puts us in the third quarter, and then make decisions from there on how they go forward. But yeah, the main thing is getting this a solid first possession and getting the end zone, and then working it on from there.
All right, so set to kick off is Tayon Johnson, number 5. We talked about him, the senior. He's going to boot that little toe punch. It's solid kick over Landon Lagasse' head. He better go get that. as it rolls right to the goal line, inches. And that'll be a touchback for the Cashion Wildcats, fortunately there. So the Cashion Wildcats will be taking over first down at the 25.
Yeah, so we'll see here. You know,
20, I should. No, the 25.
Yeah, Cashion.
20, yes.
From every level here offensively has had success. Nick obviously running the ball. What Lane say? Nick had 7 carries, 120 yards, something like that. So very effective there. All the underneath stuff has been solid. You know, that 8 to 12 yard area is where we kind of made most of our hay, and then you get the ball in some of these guys' hands, you get it in Nick's, Landon's hands, you get it in Mason's hands, and then they make one guy miss, and here you go. So let's see what we do here to get started in the third.
Harmon rolling to his left, sprint roll out. He's going to keep the ball, looking for a cut and outbound. So nice little pick up there for Ben Harmon as he gets about 5 or I'd say maybe 6. Healthy run. Good job by the Cashion Wildcats. Ben has wheels. I mean, he can run, and he's got some toughness. I absolutely love his game.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of people that, outside the Cashion community about football. They'll ask me, I'll see them out, and they'll ask me on the weekends, about Cashion. I think one thing, that's probably the most understated part of our offense, is his ability to run the football. He just doesn't really have to, but, man, the guy's got wheels, and he wants to run over people. That's the crazy thing about Ben. He wants to run over you.
Speaking of Harmon finding Manning on the comeback, we've got a flag over here on this side. I have no idea what it is, but if it stands, it'll be a 15-yard reception for Manning and definitely a first down.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's almost got to be on us, I think. Or illegal substitution. No, we got illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield. So that's interesting as that pass literally was 1 second in Harmon's hands. It literally was a hitch route. So I guess we've got some fast linemen.
Well, I bet I would guess that we had somebody covered up that should have been covered up. So I'm guessing one of our receivers, somebody was covered up and ran down the field probably. There's no way any of our linemen are getting down the field that quick.
Absolutely. So with the mark off, it'll be second down. It'll negate Ben's run. It'll be second down and 10. 2 by 2 for the and just like that, the Cashion Wildcats will get the 5 back as number 51 or 61 Stone Fisher, large man, across the line, and that'll be now a second down and 5. And we're welcomed in the booth by Alex Nabavi, a little smile. He always acts like he doesn't want to come on, but he always seems to find his way up here to the box. We love seeing Alex up here.
Every time I listen to, he's really good fun to listen to. So
Lagasse across the middle, finding a little opening there. Easy pitch and catch for Harmon, and that'll definitely be a first down as the Cashion Wildcats get it all the way to the 41. No rush here for Shackelford in the group as
No, I mean, you would think they would want to, like say, go down, score, take 3, 4, 5 minutes off the clock, bring the first team D out, take another 3, 4, 5 minutes off the clock, and try to ice this thing and get it to the fourth quarter.
So Harmon here, looks like we got a tight end set. Here's Van Druff is lined up to the right of Chase Ritter. The Bobby to the left, aced out up top is Manning. You can tell by his thighs. That'll be an inside slant into Lagasse. Cuts back across the logo, gets another block, looking to go. And Lagasse will find his way out of bounds, tiptoes, and that'll be another first down, another easy pitch and catch for the Cashion Wildcats. And I know as we're talking about passing, we got Alex Nabavi, OBU wide receiver, along with Caden Harrell, a former Cashion alum. I know you got to be super happy for your brother at running back, even though I know you wanted more totes at the running back position. He's smiling. Yeah, absolutely. So give me that rock.
Trying to point to over there. So they had one guy over the top on Mason with 2 deep safety. They're just asking for Lagasse to be wide open across the middle of the field.
Lagasse with a little reverse pass. That's a duck. Let's see what happens. Manning playing defensive back there. So son, throw the ball as Manning had beaten 3 guys to the 10-yard line. And Lagasse says, hey, man, I'm a receiver, not a quarterback.
Yeah, that just did not come out of Ben's hand, right? That didn't look right. But, yeah.
So that'll bring up second down 10. A little razzle-dazzle there for Coach Shackelford in the offense. The boys in maroon and gold. And I'll bring up again, second 10 clock stop with that incompletion. 10:45, Wildcats up 27-0 here, third quarter action. Cashion on the Crescent side of the field here, working from north to south. Nabavi to the right of Harmon. We got a little H-back, cowboy back there, Jackson Vandruff.
I think it's Nabavi time right here.
Let's see.
Nope.
Actually, Harmon will roll to his right, looking for Vandruff in the rollout. He does make the catch to the 35 to the 30. Nice work there, and that's a nice little completion. We haven't called Vandruff's name a whole lot catching, but certainly looked good there in the route and the catch, and that'll be a Cashion first down.
Definitely another weapon. I mean, you see, love to see how he's grown his hands. He gets those hands out, finds the ball outside of his body and on the fly. Good job by Ben putting it where Jackson could catch it on the fly and not have to stop. So, man, you add 88 into the repertoire, and it's really, I don't know what you're gonna do.
So the Wildcats will replace Vandruff there. He'll get a rest. Gavin Phippen, senior, will come in 2 by 2. So we've got Lagasse, Phippen up top, Manning and Gilbert down below. Looks like Coach will have to call a timeout here with actually we'll take the delay of game penalty. So it'll be 1st and 15 and no timeout. So actually, will we have a timeout? Yeah, we'll have the delay of game. I guess Coach Shack wants to save his timeouts. So the step off will be 5. That'll take it back to the 35. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. Fresh clock, and again, it's 10:05 left here in the third quarter.
And like I said, I think we've been lulling them to sleep with the pass. I think number 4 is about to carry the backpack a ways here again.
We'll see what happens here. Coach definitely, he gets into his rhythm, and it's hard for him to break. So let's see. Harmon back to pass, looking left side. He's got the out to Manning, immediately hit by number 8. Breaks the tackle. Looks like he'll eventually go down. He'll take a bunch of guys. I'm not sure what happened over there on that outside.
Somebody
there.
came. Is that Phippen? Yeah, Phippen came flying through. Oh,
A lot
wow.
of business going on there. So Tanner Rice on the initial hit on Manning, not enough. They do gang tackle him after a gain of about 10. That'll bring it up 2nd and 5 or so, 2nd and 6 from the 25. Not sure what happened there with Phippen, and that may have been number 4 or number 10. I apologize, Ian Lewis. Trips up top. Harmon in shotgun. Back to pass again. He's got plenty of time. Deep ball across the middle, up top.
Throw it.
In and out of the hands of Gilbert. Deflected slightly. In deep safety was number 4 for the Crescent Tigers, Isaiah Lovett, the freshman. He had a chance. Harmon says, I don't care. There's 4 people back there. I'm going to figure out how to get it to Gilbert. Gavin Phippen was also in the neighborhood. I'm not sure if he was supposed to be there.
It looked like Gilbert got behind that back level of the defense.
did.
That's a ball it looks like Ben needs to put on the back of the end zone, and let Gilbert go get that thing. But, yeah, he got behind him, but, ball just a little bit underthrown there.
So I'll bring up 3rd down, definitely 4-down territory, 3rd down and 5. That one is a give to Nabavi in the middle. He's looking to try to weave his way through. He'll fall forward, maybe get 1 or 2. And I'll bring up 4th down. 9:02 here, running clock, 3rd quarter. Phippen will check in. Vandruff will check out. Again, Cashion will go to that 2-by-2 look. It's definitely 4-down territory as the Cashion Wildcats staring at 4th and 4. Are going to be going for it here in the Crescent side of the 20.
See if Cashion maybe goes hard count here, try to maybe draw him off, get another free 5.
Harmon coming back to Lagasse. Easy pitch and catch. We do have another flag. We're going to have a...
Yeah, it's illegal man downfield again, I think, is what they're going to get him for.
We appreciate our officials, and I know Chris usually at the beginning of our broadcast says we love them. A lot of times we disagree with them.
Yeah.
But we can't have the games without them. So they don't do it for the money. They do it for the love of the game, and we're grateful. This is clearly a point of emphasis with this particular crew today.
Well, I think it's Bryce Burt, and this is how slow I am in regards to football, but I just now figured out why he's wearing 69 because he's playing on the offensive line.
Yep.
So, but it took me 2.5 quarters to figure that out. But it looks like I did see Bryce. He was good 4 or 5 yards down the field pretty quick there. So he got caught that time.
So that'll make it extra tough now. 4th and 9 for the Wildcats here, looking to convert this on the Crescent side. They've scored touchdowns on their first 4 possessions. Harmon back to pass, got plenty of time. Lagasse over on the edge, comes back, and that'll be broken up as number 20, Luke Desher, gets his hands on it. Intended receiver was Landon Lagasse, and that'll be a turnover of downs. First stop of the night for the Crescent Tigers.
Yeah, good stop there by Crescent. Cashion had 3 guys in the route. All 3 guys were on that far sideline over there, and Crescent just slid everybody over. So we had 3 within probably 20 yards of one, each other, and 5 guys back there in coverage for Crescent. So tough window there for Ben to fit one in, but let's see if the D can get a stop here.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers right around the 27-yard line. Again, we've got 8:06 here, third quarter. We've got Varner. We got another flag. False start there by the Tigers. So what was actually a pretty clean first half has turned into a flag fest here in the second half. And I'm not sure, maybe everyone, maybe we ought to have a conversation and say, referees, just hold on to them. Let's just let them play here. So that'll be 2nd and 15. Desher, who made that deflection, is to the left of Cade Varner, the sophomore. Varner will give to Desher. Big hole coming up is Caleb Duran and Jackson Vandroff. See you, Bubba. Love you, Alex. Thanks for coming by. I know we're not very exciting. Get back on Snapchat. So Desher
got 4 there. Once again, that's been their bread and butter all night. Desher hitting that A gap hard and getting 3, 4, 5 yards, and that's about what he's done every time he's taking it through there.
So Desher to the right of Varner now. Looks like we had a 4-man line for the Cashion Wildcat D. Pass to the right side. Broken up! Lagasse with a pick! He'll go out of bounds. So Landon Lagasse wasn't able to get that catch on 4th down, but he's able to steal this one from the intended receiver. I don't know if that was who was that out there, but nonetheless, give credits. First turnover of the game, and it'll be Cashion football right around the 17-yard line.
Landon was just sitting on that, and I was sitting there watching as Varner went back to pass the ball. The kid he can definitely sling it, but he's got a long windup. If you see him, his arm goes. I mean, he reaches way back to throw that ball, and it takes his release. He needs to shorten that release a little bit, and because you got guys like Landon Lagasse sitting on those throws, that second and a half, that makes a big difference on that release time. Somebody jumping a route like that,
especially with someone athletic as Lagasse. Yep. Harmon back to pass. He's got the outlet. He'll roll to his right, looking for Lagasse across the middle, cuts back, has a chance to make a move. He gets a block and get in the end zone. It will be a Cashion Wildcats touchdown. One play, 17 yards. Harmon to Lagasse, and the Cats add another one to the board.
Yeah, just too much time there for Ben. Ben rolling out, rolling out, getting out of the pocket. Not a black shirt within probably 15 yards of him. You just can't cover Mason Manning, Landon Lagasse, Gavin Phippen,
Gilbert.
You can't cover those guys that long. That's just too much to ask for the Crescent secondary.
So Jerry out, so a little rotation here. Bryson Hogan will looks like he's taking a rest. It's going to be a rotation, let's see, between Jerry and Hogan. Nick Nabavi, the senior, with a hold. Jerry was successful on her first attempt. Kick is up. It's a beaut. She got a hold of that one. That's going to hit a car.
Yeah.
Jerry. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Cashion Wildcats put another one on the board.
And between our two drives, which really one play drive there at the end, but, we've ran about half of this quarter out. So let's get our defense out here. Let's get a stop. And the coach in me is really wanting to see some of these dudes get off the field because I'm ready for next week.
We are too. Speaking of next week, it looks like we just got a text here. It looks like Wynnewood is up 27-13 against Dibble, so maybe the Savages.
Yep.
Down
coming
by
back.
Tiger King Park. That's what I know Wynnewood for. I don't know actually James Allen. Those are the two things. James
Holy
Allen
cow.
and Tiger King.
One of the most dominant football players at a level of football in Oklahoma, man. He was dominant. Wow.
Fantastic. He was certainly John Blake's saving grace there one season as he able to get that overtime win against Texas. Would it have been even worse for John Blake? Maybe
we got a close one up in Fairview. Near 15-12 Fairview third quarter. So that one up in A1, that district championship looks like it might go down to the wire.
That's a defensive battle. I was not expecting that. All right. Shout out to my man Nathan McDonald giving me some encouragement. So appreciate that. Appreciate all the fine folks watching online. We averaged about 7,000 folks. Bryson Hogan with another boot going deep. This time to number 23, C.J. Wilson. He'll curl back right on the 15 up the middle outside. Jackson Vandroff will chase him down. Special teams Mega Man. That kid literally makes every single tackle. And 88 gets another one on the board as the Crescent Tigers will be taking over here. 7:08 left here in the third quarter.
I know we were talking about Coach Hardaway and I were standing down on the sideline last week at Tonkawa, and In my head, I'm like, I know Jackson. I think he leads us in tackles. I'm not sure.
He was tied with Burke for a little bit.
He has to lead the state in Class A in tackles on kickoffs. I mean, it seems like he makes almost every tackle on kickoff.
I'd put $1 on it.
I mean, I don't know if anybody keeps that stat, but man, it seems like he's there every time.
Pretty much. And if you're staring at Jackson Vandriff coming at you, all 6'3" of them, 210 pounds, I'd get out of the way too. Tigers underneath, give to Desher. He's met in the hole there by Caleb Duran, Joey Wilson, Bryce Burke, speaking of the devil. So looks like it'll be a no gain right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be up second down and long. And, this is where, Lane will tell you, and Chad will do it, or Chris will tell you as well, you get in this later third quarter and the fourth quarter, these running backs you've seen historically when they're going up against the Cashion defense are just like, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, not just the running back, but the offensive line trying to block those guys. It just wears on you. No different than, the opposite effect with our offensive line and our run game. I think we wear on the defensive side of the other team.
Varner with a give. He'll keep it. He'll roll to his left. Swing pass again. Legas there meets number 8, Tanner Rice, and he's pushed out of bounds. That'll be a first down. So what worked really well for Varner and JL and Coach JL Fisher, they go back to it again and get another first down.
Well, that little play fake he has, they've ran that play twice. They've been successful both times on that play on the little dump off there. But that little play fake is pretty slick, man. He got me on that one. He set that up well.
So 1st and 10, and give credit to the Tigers. They've been moving the ball in between the 20s in essence. They've kind of stalled out. They did have that interception on that last possession where Cashion was able to take over at the Tiger 17. Looks like JL will have a conversation here. So with that, we'll go to a timeout. Be right back here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Hang tight with us.
Championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a
Sorry about that. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape. Love the Jerry family. We talked about their awesome kicker in the family there for them, but appreciate all our sponsors as we come back here. CW TV production of Cashion Wildcat football. Cashion Wildcats up 34-0. We're on 74 is all one-sided. Crescent Tigers here 1st and 10. Snap, give underneath to Tayon Johnson. We'll have a flag as Tayon Johnson, the human bowling ball, still on his feet. He'll get a first down if this stands, but
this one's coming back. The up back 34 was shifting his feet moving forward. I think you're going to get illegal motion. I think this one's coming back. Yep, there it is.
So we'll move that one back. So J.L. Fisher, and you can see the Cade Varner. And this has been kind of their season, you know.
Yeah.
It's almost been one step forward, 100 steps back this season. And, at some point, Coach Fisher's probably hoping that they'll get some payoff on that somewhere down the road.
They're a pretty young program right now. They've got some young kids. Junior high is pretty talented. They'll work through some growing pains, but I do think their program is on the uptick a little bit right now.
Absolutely. Full house backfield inside back to Tayon. That time he has stopped Mason Manning on the backside blitz. It looks like we had Bryce Burke as well as Gilbert there on the tackle. So the safety roll up gets a gain of about one or two, and that'll bring up second down and double sticks here for the Crescent Tigers.
Yeah, Johnson had that head of steam going last time. Yeah, he had that run that brought back on the penalty, but Mason did a good job coming around the edge and jumping on his back, trying to put a little extra weight there so he couldn't move, couldn't keep taking us forward on the pile. So good job there by Mason.
So Coach Wood changing back up to another 3-4 look. So we've got Wilson, Williams, and Vandruff. We got Manning, Gilbert. We got actually everyone loaded up. Looks like basically a 4-5. Keeper to the left. Varner comes back inside, wisely makes a business decision to run away from Bryce Burke. Burke with the outstretched arm is able to slow him down. Joey Wilson on the cleanup, and that'll be maybe a gain of 4 inches there as it'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Crescent Tigers.
That play was going nowhere, and I think would have been for a loss, but Gilbert was getting held there on the edge. You could see his jersey just getting pulled out, but if not, he would have been he'd have busted through there earlier, and I think he would have got him for a loss. But anyway, good job stringing it out there by the team and the pursuit and holding them to no gain.
So again, running clock here, 3:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Full house backfield. Varner looking to pass, coming back, and that'll be just outside of the reach of number 12. That's Ethan Ryans, the senior. They've tried to target him a few times on some go routes and some hitches, but no avail as that brings up 4th down. And I guess this is going to be punt time here for Coach Fisher.
I told you I was talking to you, I think, before we went on the air, but Ethan, number 12 there, Ethan Ryans, he grew up in Cashion, actually, through the 6th grade. I think he moved over here after 6th grade, but I know he's friends with a lot of those Cashion kids out there.
Rice with a kick. Lagasse doesn't see it, lets it roll. What a kick.
Yeah, nice bounce.
I'm going to get a big, huge Crescent bounce, and that'll roll all the way down to the 11-yard line as the Cashion Wildcats will be taking over 1st down and 10.
So here we go, 3:25 left in the 3rd, Nima. We'll see. I would assume this would probably be the last possession for the ones on offense.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would assume I was going to say we'd see a lot of Nick Nabavi, but Nick Nabavi's running off to the sideline right here.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Nick doesn't need to work on his stats. He just needs to work on staying healthy. So it looks like we'll have
looks like we're going to be empty here.
Yeah, looks like it's definitely going to be empty. So to your point, looks like Shaq's going to try to get one more score here. It's been Ben Harmon. Harmon's been slinging the ball all day.
And it's soft, and you can see that Crescent's still playing really soft. I mean, you're going to throw it underneath 5 or 6 yards, let these guys run. Just a kind of an extended running play. Really, that's a running play for us.
Little tunnel screen to Lagasse. He'll curl back out. That's my biggest pet peeve. If I could get into the ear of Lagasse, I would just say, don't cut back to where everyone's coming. Yep. Stay underneath those blockers and come back to the middle of the field. It used to drive me crazy when Alex did that. But that'll be a gain of about 3. So 2nd and 7 for the Cashion Wildcats. 2:55 here, 3rd quarter action. Never got the clock fixed for you guys. I apologize. That's just what's going to happen when you have a free of charge production.
So another asset. What do we get? 3 there. So I think you're going to see a little bit more of the same here. Just trying to churn out some short yardage.
Going to keep it there wisely.
Get down, son.
As Ben Harmon gets it across the sticks. That'll be a 1st down and 10. Harmon with a nice little 10-yard run.
So that'll move the chains, and here comes Mr. Nabavi as he'll come back into the game, and I'm probably going to give Coach Check Crescent a dose of number 4 here for a couple plays.
See what happens. We've got 2:10 on the clock here, 3rd quarter running clock, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, right around that 27-yard line, 28. Nabavi now will split out. He'll be aced out by himself up top. Back to pass. Harmon looking deep across the middle. He'll go ahead and keep. He'll pull, look to his right. Has a lane, will wisely slide, showing his best, I don't know, name your baseball player impersonation.
I like Kyler Murray. That's who I mean, he's got to be the best sliding quarterback in the history of football, right?
Not on grass, though. I like him on turf. He slides on turf. He's a lot better.
If you're going to play professional baseball, you're probably going to be one of the best sliding quarterbacks.
Fantastic center fielder doing his. I mean, just could you imagine going to his high school?
Oh my God! Yeah.
I mean, nonetheless,
has Ben slid this year?
That may be his first slide.
I think it may be his first slide. I was a little shocked when he actually did it, to be honest.
Back to pass, Harmon. He'll go back up the middle, crossing route to Lagasse to the 45 to the 50, and he'll wisely go out of bounds. Good effort there. Nice work. And to your point, Chad, you said it. 2 safety deep.
Yeah,
bring in the linebackers.
So soft.
The middle of the field is completely wide open. This is where Hinton actually was keeping linebackers at home and actually even doubling down on those slants and drags by Lagasse. They did everything they could to take that away from him. Certainly, throwing away 5 of our 6 possessions in the first half didn't help to a 12-0 victory. But Cashion in full control here, 34-0, 1 minute left. Nabavi to the right of Harmon. Definitely going to see probably another healthy dose of passing here as Cashion is on the Crescent side of the field. Back to pass, Harmon He's got Gavin. He's going to go deep across the middle.
Oh,
back shoulder.
Wow.
Manning cutting back inside, looking to score. Spin move. He'll go out of bounds. So nice work. That's where your quarterback is protecting you, throwing a little bit behind you so you don't get hit. But Manning making a great grab and great effort after the catch.
Yeah, he reached back well behind his left hip there to catch that ball. Obviously, going full steam, the opposite direction. So very athletic play there by Mason, and just all day for Ben to throw the football. And the play before that, that long crosser across the middle, that takes forever to happen, and Ben's just standing back there forever waiting for Landon to drag across in that empty void.
So 1st and 10, play clock down to 1. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I guess we're going to get a time. I'm not actually sure what happened. They're going to call a delay of game. So Cashion, as we joke, trying to get Coach Shack just trying to get more yardage on the totals. We'll take the penalty.
Not just more yardage, but more time as well. And now that I think if they wind this, it'll get us to the end of the third, and it does.
So Chad, Silky Smooth Tishner, bringing us to the end of the third quarter as the Cashion Wildcats are up 34-0 here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Appreciate you guys joining us. Want a big shout out to all of you watching. Appreciate it. I know we've had a lot of technical difficulties. We're missing our guys, Drew Baker and Chris Gibson, but Chad's doing a phenomenal job, as we knew he would. Silky Smooth sitting in for us. But big shout out to all of our great sponsors. Modern Woodman's Financial against the Maroney family there. Cashion First Baptist, Coffee Creek Church, Todd Miller Design Company. Todd Miller's going to open a barbecue store now, a restaurant. The guy's
why not?
He's owning the stockyards
why
as we
not?
speak. He's going to be the king of the godfather of I guess
Stockyard City.
Stockyard City. Intrust Insurance Agency, love them absolutely. The Story family, so definitely appreciate them. Community State Bank, Blue Ribbon Construction, Gateway Realty, Rural Pest Solutions, Water Heater Man, Rhino Roofing, Pioneer out in Kingfisher, one of our newer sponsors, the Ratcliffe Okie Print, Barnett Home Services, Wiggins, Sewell and Ogletree, Diesel Hort Sports and Orthopedic, Legacy Insurance and Financial Services, Absolute Pools, Lawns and Landscaping, Shape Up Fitness, love all the fine folks over there, 24 Hours, Maple Nixon Diesel Horse, Christy Perry at Law, Candid Color Photography, Created Medicare Solutions, and Kyle Vandruff, Farmers Insurance. Whoosh!
Man, that's big time. Wow.
Love all of our sponsors, keeping this free of charge, making this a possibility for all of us to bring this to you guys live and every weekend. Cashion coming back out, started the fourth quarter. The starters are in, trying to get this last drive. We've got 4 receivers up top. Legas by himself down below.
They didn't call that.
Kate Varner on him. Let's see if this might be a matchup. I do like Varner's size and athleticism. So, if Legas gets it, he's earned it. Deep safety there over the middle. Harmon back to pass. 3-man rush across the middle. Tipped up in the air.
Ooh.
In and out of a couple of hands. Crescent Tigers. Mason Manning had a chance. That'll fall incomplete, luckily, and that'll bring up second down and long for the Wildcats.
That's a really tight window. Ben tried to sneak it in there. I mean, they're in that kind of soft, zone, and there's a gap there in between those levels, and Mason was in it, but fitting that ball through those 2 levels that's tough, and it was close, but just got tipped there by that linebacker, and then went to tip Drill City at that point.
Same formation. Got Legas by himself. Little screen here to Gavin Phippen. He'll catch out in the flats. He's got a couple blockers.
Get in the end zone, Gavin. Get in the end zone.
Touchdown, Gavin Phippen
boy.
with a little authority, little love at the end. Gavin Phippen, first touchdown of the year, and the horn goes off, and the Cashion Wildcats put another on the board.
Hey, great to see that. That kid's overcome so much this year after the terrible injury this summer in 7-on-7, and to see Gavin come back and we know we can rely on him on the defensive side. He does a great job. Just a solid cover guy, and that's how deep this team is, though, Nima. We've seen it for for 3-4 years now. Is we got guys like Gavin who might touch the ball a couple times a game that would probably put up huge numbers at a lot of other programs. So just another testament to the Cashion program, its depth, and great to see Gavin get in the end zone.
Jerry on for the kick. It's up. Get through. Yes, ma'am.
No, little left.
So missed extra point, and so that will lead the score. Your Cashion Wildcats ranked number 1 in the state, 40. The Crescent Tigers 0. We'll go to timeout. Be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV.
Trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
Gateway Realty is a mother-daughter team that has a heart for small-town life. Both Anita and Kelly were born and raised in Cashion and are still raising their families here. Their family homesteaded in Cashion in 1908, and it's been home ever since. Anita and Kelly know this town, love this town, and would love to help make this your home too. For a friendly face and trustworthy knowledge, call these hometown girls at 405-641-7388. Go Wildcats!
All right, welcome back to Crescent, Oklahoma. Your Cashion Wildcats. We're on 74 up 40-0. I'm Neiman Abavi. Joining me up here in the press box is my man Silky Smooth Chad Tishner. And it's been all Cashion all day. Fantastic run there by Gavin Phippen on the pass on the flats. Gets in for his first touchdown of the year, and the Cashion Wildcats are rolling here in Crescent. Kicking off for the Wildcats will be Jerry. It is Jerry. She'll have a nice little pooch there. That'll hit right around the 27. Caught is by number 10. Good work there by Ian Lewis on the run, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 35-yard line where there's a big bunch of business going on over there. So Jerry with her kickoff, her first kickoff.
That was Paul Robles.
Paul Robles, our Spanish
foreign exchange guy.
Student staying with the Stocktons. Love seeing that.
Staying in Pioneer Ridge.
I love it.
Full of kickers at Pioneer Ridge.
I love it. So that was an 88-yard drive there for the Cashion Wildcats, going all the way down the field. Gavin Phippen with the touchdown, and now the Cashion Wildcat. Looks like we've got some younger guys out there. It looks like I see Cooper Frazee, Nathan Abavi at corners, Max Higdon, freshman, along with
got Tanner Dean at safety back there. Yep.
Love seeing that. We'll get our line.
Jolliffe there at linebacker.
Oh, you can't miss Jolliffe in the golden locks.
Got the hair.
Inside give to Desher. He's got a lane, comes back up. Higdon, looks like Tanner Dean. Now Bobby will finally clean that up, and that's a big gain for Desher on senior night for the Crescent Tigers all the way down to the 40-yard line of Cashion.
Yeah, good job by Tanner there, holding his ground and getting Desher's head of steam stopped so he could get some help over there from Nate to finish and clean that up.
Ryan Yandel's checked in on the defensive end. I think we mentioned Timmy Jones as well as Nick Jolliffe.
Matt Stockton there, I think, too, down at defensive tackle.
Absolutely love seeing that. So Desher, actually this time Varner with the keeper. He'll cut back outside. He has a chance. Cooper Frazee with the contact, and that'll be another first down. Nice run there by Varner. They'll bring it down to the 21 of Cashion.
And you can see what this Crescent running game is capable of. I mean, they've got some athletes. These guys know how to play. I've seen our twos come in and hold some teams this year. And so it's like I said, it's a testament to Crescent. These guys know what they're doing, and they've got their style, and they're going to stick with it.
Dagan Lloyd out there at other defensive end, as well as Jaden Miller, cashing in a 4-3 look here. Desher the inside, give big stop, nice work there. Give credit to number 63, Caden Seeley, with the initial contact across. Nice work there by the Cashion Wildcats. Caden Miller, I saw Timmy Jones, among others. Number 53, I think you mentioned Matthew Stockton.
Yeah. Seeley and Stockton there got early penetration. That's a nice play, and they stuffed that one early.
So Cashion showing a bunch of sophomores out there and a couple freshmen. Probably won't see a pass play here, but as the clock winds down, 8:26 here, fourth quarter. So no gain on that play. Brings up second down and 10 for J.L. Fisher and the Crescent Tigers here. Trying to get some points on the board. Trying to cut into this 40-0 lead. Varner with the keeper. He's got a huge lane. Cuts back outside. He's eventually brought down by the freshman, Max Higdon, but that'll be close to a first down, about 9 yards. That'll bring up third down at about 1.
Yeah, you see the athleticism there. See that athleticism that Varner brings to the table. I mean, he's quick. He sticks his foot in the ground. He's back across the field, and you never hit. I mean, he'll be out the gate. You got to get him slowed down early.
So he'll be replaced by number 8. That's Tanner Rice. That's a legal substitution. I'm not sure you can break the huddle with that many people in and out, but we're not going to worry about that right now. 17 seconds on the play clock. 7:33. Inside, get to Tayon Johnson. He'll cut back outside. He'll try to bull over. Nice job there by Frazee holding him up as Tanner Dean comes over and cleans up. But that'll be a first down for the Crescent Tigers as they get it into the 5-yard line. First and goal.
Yeah, not the position you like to be in as a corner out there on an island by yourself with a 250 guy coming right at you with the head of steam. So, man, Cooper, great job there, just holding water and getting that momentum stopped until he got some help.
Expect a steady dose of running in between the tackles here. Let's see what happens as they keep that same formation as number 8, Tanner Rice.
Yeah, I think you'll get some more Johnson right here.
Tayon coming up. He'll bowl in, and that'll be a touchdown. Tayon Johnson. Touchdown as the Crescent Tigers put one up.
Yeah, right through the middle there. You know, Johnson, I mean, that guy, he gets ahead of steam, and he's tough to bring down. And our youngsters there, you know, good experience for them. And, you know, I heard you and Lane talking a little bit about next year and what's coming down the road. And, you know, you always, I've just seen it year after year with this Cashion program and nope, I thought we had to stop there. Sorry. I talked through your 2-point conversion there, but Cashion continue. You just see it every year, these kids growing, these younger kids as they, you know, get that experience. And, you know, it's so pivotal, important in high school football when you go to the state semifinals or the state finals every year. That's a whole nother month of practice.
Yep. And
that's why I think you continue to see a lot of the same programs stay at the top. It's so important for these kids. These kids are just out here. Is they're going to go practice another who knows how many weeks against one of the best teams in the state every day.
Right.
And that confidence they get, that experience they get day in, day out on the practice field, I mean, you just can't replace that.
No, spot on, and I mean the same would go for college teams, you know, participating for bowl games, etc. You definitely, that's a value that you certainly can't put a dollar on or anything, but you know, time and experience is certainly key. So, Cashion Wildcats will be receiving there after the score and the extra 2-point extra point. Tayon Johnson, toe puncher, will probably kick it deep. It looks like it'll be Max Higdon. It looked like the likely target. We also have Cooper Frazee and Nathan Abavi, a couple of sophomores back there.
Not sure we're deep enough the way he kicked that last one.
Big high toe puncher. It is going to be Max Higdon catching at the 20. He'll fumble it. He'll get on top of it. Works back to the middle. Trying to get to the outside. Wisely goes down. And that's where, you know, if I were playing, I would have said, hey, freshman, move over. This one's coming to me. I got this
Scooch over one.
So Max Higdon with a small return there, and it'll be the Cashion Wildcats taking over first down and 10 right around the, looks like the 17-yard line. This is by far their second worst possession of the night. They started at the Wildcat 11 on their last possession.
So Crescent looks like they still got the ones out there. So let's see if these guys can move the ball down the field a little bit, maybe move the sticks a couple times, and they already got that clock running. So if we can get a first down or two, we might be able to end this thing.
Maybe just one. Let's pray for one. So,
yeah.
Gilbert at quarterback. He'll give underneath to Duran. Duran cutting back under. Nice little hole. Gets about 2 or 3 yards. Is that a flag? No.
Oh, yeah, I think a flag did throw in. I think the umpire threw one.
Yeah, there is a flag on the.
Surely he's not going to call holding on our twos.
He's going to call
face mask.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he's called a 5-yarder there, so it's just 5. But hey, that puts us in position to get this first down of this drive.
So Kai Gilbert in at quarterback, Caleb Duran at running back. It's been a great combination this year for what we would call, let's say, the JV.
Yep.
We've got Cooper Frazee, Nathan Abavi, 2 sophomores split out. We also have number 10 for the Cashion Wildcats, Creed Kastner, aced out himself as well. watch this play clock work all the way down.
Oh, yeah,
so,
we're just at 15, so we're standing here for a while.
2nd and 1 was that 5-yard variety, as you offered up for us earlier, Chad. Snap give to Duran. He's going to have the first down. He stopped right, looks like very close. Just a little bit another extra yard there, so a little 2-yard carry there for Duran, and that'll move the chains as the Cashion Wildcats get a first down. 2:42 running clock. And this may be it here for the Cashion Wildcats.
Hey, best job in the house, by the way, right now, the back judge. He's just chilling, man. He's like, I'm just chilling. I'm watching that play clock. Nobody's throwing the ball. I'm just going to get my paycheck and get out of here.
So Kai Gilbert comes to the line and shotgun. Duran to the right of him. Actually, is that Jake Branson? No, it's Timmy Jones. Timmy Jones, a freshman.
On the ground.
Got to protect that ball, Timmy. So
yeah, just didn't get that secure.
Very opportunistic, going for the ball, and that's what I'd be doing as well. So it was a good exchange. Timmy Jones, who just came in for Caleb Duran on his first carry.
Yeah, I think Jake went out with the ankle early. I don't think he's been back, has he, since he went out with that ankle like late first, early second.
All right, so
clock's running, so Crescent better hurry.
A few more substitutions as number 32 for the Cashion, Gavin Crow is checked in at linebacker, as well as number 35. That would be Zach Reeves. So Cashion trying to get a bunch of guys in there. Number 84 coming in, Travis Lifals, coming in for Cooper Frazee.
Nice speed by Frazee getting off the field right there. That was impressive. Oh, nice hit.
Nice hit there by number 35. That was a nice little job there by Zach Reeves coming in and filling that gap. As that was number 9 for the that was Rashawn Perkins, a senior for the Crescent Tigers on the carry. He gets about 1.
1 minute left.
Coach Tishner getting his best to hurry up the clock situation going here.
Hey, you got a bus to catch at 6:45 in the morning, man.
Yeah, Cashion Wildcat boys team heading up to Broken Arrow for a big set of scrimmages. Outside carry.
Ooh.
Max Higdon with the initial stop, trying to get low. Tanner Dean with the eventual stop. That'll be enough for the first down.
Maybe one more play here.
As number 9, Rashawn Perkins gets another carry, gets a nice little applause from the home team Crescent Tiger fan base. Much likely a give back to him again. He'll go back that side. Reeves with the trip up. Ryan Yandel in there as well. And they're trying to hustle to get another. They got 16 seconds. This will probably be it here for the Cashion Wildcats and Crescent Tigers. One more play. Let's see if the Cashion defense can bow up one more time and get a stop. And give underneath in the middle.
Got him.
That'll be tackled, and that'll be it. Zeros on the clock, and the Cashion Wildcats victorious, moving to 9-1 on the season with a 40-8 victory over the Crescent Tigers. We're on 74, goes to the Cashion Wildcats. One more time. It's been a good one tonight, right, Chad?
Yeah, good one. Good to get that wrapped up. You called me out for my jinx a couple times. I didn't want to jinx this, so I saved this one till the end. But how about this senior class, Nima? How many district games did they lose?
I don't.
0.
I can't. Yeah.
So I don't know how many have done that. Pretty special thing, really. I'm sure it's happened, multiple times in the state of Oklahoma, but it has to be pretty rare for a senior class to go 4 straight years and not lose a district football game. So pretty impressive. Hats off to them, and let's go to the playoffs, man. I'm ready for some playoffs.
I love it. So that's exactly right. So kickoff to the playoffs will ensue this week. Do we have any score?
Yeah, I was pulling that up here.
I know we're
Wynnewood was pretty much in control of their game. Looks like they will be coming to Cashion next week. Yeah, 27-13 still the score there. Wynnewood up.
And then what about the Hooker?
Fairview retakes the lead. They're up 23-20. Says third quarter. Not sure how accurate that is, but yeah, Fairview takes the lead. So that thing's going back and forth. That'd be a fun one to watch. Yeah. So I believe that's on Scoredle. So if you've been watching us, you want to go watch the end of a great game for a district championship. When we sign off here, we go check out that Fairview Hooker game. Could be a future opponent. Will be probably a future opponent.
One of them will be if we can get by Wynnewood.
Right.
So certainly the Savages will bring in their game and trying to get revenge from last year. We're going to hang tight here. I have no clue if Coach Shack is going to want to come up here or not. Chad, if you want to get going, you absolutely can. You're more than welcome. But
Yep.
we're going to try to get some final stats from Lane here in a second. We'll go
Okay.
to commercial.
Well, I appreciate you having me. Hope Chris and everything's going well with the family. We sure missed him because he's definitely way better at this than I am. But the only thing is, at least we get some Oklahoma State flair in the broadcast. All this Red Raiders, Sooner stuff every week.
I don't talk about the Sooners. The Sooners are terrible. They're the worst team in the country.
Oh, here we go.
We don't talk about the Sooners.
You guys always say that, and then you're in the playoffs, so I don't want to hear about it.
Well, we'll see what happens. But Chad, you've been fantastic. You're a true hero. You're a fantastic, just a fantastic human being. We appreciate you helping us out today, and certainly appreciate. I'm not sure there's a. Sure, if you want me to sign a football.
Yeah.
Football.
You're famous, man.
I don't know, but Chad, appreciate you coming up.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate being here. Yep.
And love to maybe see some tweets tomorrow on how the basketball goes.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll get it up there. All right. Thanks,
for
Steve.
Chad Tishner, we'll wave goodbye. We'll hang tight here. We'll come back with some final stats. Maybe a Coach Shackelford sighting as the Cashion Wildcats again move to 9-1 with a 40-8 victory over the Crescent Tigers. Hang tight. Be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV. Yes, sir.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Christy Perry is a Cashion-based attorney providing clients in Oklahoma with trusted, experienced legal counsel regarding wills and trusts, bankruptcy, and other areas of law. Flexible scheduling is available to discuss your options, and your first consultation is free. If you need assistance regarding a legal matter, call your local Oklahoma licensed attorney, Christy Perry, at 918-373-0882.
Our world is changing, but one thing is the same. We're here for you. In these uncertain times, take comfort in knowing that modern women of America is built for this. We are built to handle uncertainties, and we've weathered many in the past 137 years, including world wars, disease outbreaks, depressions, and recessions. You may have concerns about your financial plan, but you can also have peace of mind. You got this, because you have us.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Woody, and I want to help you or a loved one navigate your way through understanding Medicare. It's hard getting questions answered when you don't know who to call or trust. I am local and appointed with all the insurance carriers in Oklahoma. You can trust me to help you apply for Medicare, make the right decisions based on your current financial and healthcare needs, and feel confident about your future. Act quickly. Annual enrollment period is October 15th to December 7th. Call Stephanie Woody, that's me, at 405-830-4966 to set up an appointment.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashion community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashion students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4966 4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up, get you some.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
All right, welcome back to CWTV production of Cashion Wildcat Football. I'm Neiman Abavi. Lane Broadbent joining in the booth with the winning coach, Lynn Shackelford, moving to 9-1 on this season. Congrats.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we never underestimate we always appreciate a rivalry win against Crescent. And what are your immediate thoughts here as the Cashion Wildcats again win and go up 9-1 or go up 40-8 and go to 9-1 on the season?
Just first glance, I thought we played pretty well. We had to make a few adjustments to some of their run game stuff defensively, but I mean they're big up front, and we're not. And sometimes it takes us a little while to kind of get used to what that's going to feel like and look like. But I thought our secondary did a really good job tonight. And then we got stops when we had to, needed to, and then I thought offensively, I thought we played pretty well. I thought we were pretty efficient, with the exception of the one drive, which we got the ball back right on the next play. But I thought we executed pretty well. Kind of did what we wanted to do. We probably could have ran it for a whole lot more yards, but we were throwing it around, so we just kept doing it.
Had a good time. I mean, give credit to Coach Fisher. They came out. It was the absolute perfect drive for them. They ate up about 6-7 minutes, got it down to the 20, and turned it over on downs, I think, or they actually ended up punting. But it looked like it was going to be kind of what you and the group probably thought was going to be the case. Is going to be try to ball control, but give credit. They moved the ball between the 20s, but the Cashion defense bowed up and took care of business. And when you guys got the ball, you scored often and quickly.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought offensively we were pretty efficient. I thought Ben threw the ball around. I thought we struggled a little bit in pass protection early, but we were throwing it into a 8-man. They were dropping 8 most of the time. So to be able to do that is good for us because we've seen that a little bit the last couple of weeks, and we haven't been able to throw it. So. Hopefully, we kind of got used to a little bit of those windows and finding those, and we can, we keep doing that and kind of try to stay a little bit balanced as we move through the playoffs.
No, I loved it. I mean, you got to tell you pretty much if you wanted to run underneath, you could have if the drags and the mesh routes were all open. It could have been, but there was something that was there where you could kind of tell there was a method to the madness in terms of what you guys were looking for in certain spots, and almost had a couple of tight windows close up that could have been touchdowns, could have been interceptions, but give credit to you guys again doing the right things.
Yeah, and we've got to get Ben, and I don't blame him, but I mean we've got to get him to where he can sometimes get off of Mason and Landon and look at a few other guys that we have coming open, because at some point this year those guys are going to have to make some plays.
Right.
Somewhere along the line in the playoffs we're going to have to lean on Seth and Max and Gavin and those guys to make plays.
Gavin looked good tonight.
Yeah, he did, and and we got to get Ben kind of used to instead of trying to fit it in that tight window, let's make one more read over, and maybe we have somebody running wide open. But like I said, I mean, I don't blame him. You throw it to 19-16, good things.
It gets very hard to do when they're having that much success throwing the ball to them two kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a play where clearly I think Gilbert was wide open in the corner here, and you had a streaking Lagasse coming across the middle, and he had a couple guys behind him, but. Ben hit him in stride on the money, got it down inside the 5, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I think Gavin's helped us quite a bit here the last couple of weeks.
For sure.
Joey Wilson is.
Yeah.
I think Joey Wilson's
today.
played
How many
phenomenal.
tackles did he have?
I think he had 8.
Yeah, no, those guys getting Gavin and Max back, for the Tonkawa game. Of course, we had Gavin back before that, but getting both of those guys back and getting them in our secondary has helped us a lot. Because they're also two kids that aren't that aren't afraid to come down and get in the run game. You know, Cooper and Nathan and those guys, they can cover a little bit, and they know where they're supposed to be, but they're not, and I don't blame them. I mean, they're not real fired up about screaming downhill and taking on a running back, and those guys are a little bit better at doing that, and just they've played so much. I mean, Gavin's, you know, started 16 games for us last year, played a lot as a sophomore, so you can't really substitute that.
And Bryce Burke is a sophomore, right?
Yes, Bryce is a sophomore, and Bryce is getting better and better.
Yep.
You know, I think I talked to you guys early in the year about, you know, we kind of just threw Bryce to the wolves because we didn't have him all summer, and you know, I think he's kind of learning a little bit about what our culture's like and what practice is like and what, you know, the importance it is to, you know, study film and know what you're supposed to do. And he's kind of gotten to a point now where if we can give him a task, you know, read this fullback or read this guard or you do this, you'll be successful. He's really kind of bought into that last month, and I think he's playing. We started him right guard tonight.
Yeah, he's on the 69 where, you know, had a tackle eligible out there.
Yeah, so I mean, he's just a kid that he wants to play football, and you know, I think we could tell him, hey, we're going to play you wherever, and he'd just say okay. And
I've been impressed with him.
He was tied at least prior to the Tonkawa game. He and Jackson Vandriff were tied with 53 tackles apiece.
Yeah, no, he's
leading the team. So
yeah, he's played really well, and we're gonna have to have that continue on. You know, as the playoffs roll around.
So who are we going to be playing? Maybe Dibble?
I think Winniewood.
Winniewood.
Yeah. Which I kind of thought. I talked to Coach Norman at Dibble. He said they were pretty beat up. So, and I told the kids. I mean, you know, we played Winniewood last year, but it's not the same Winniewood team. They got a different coach. They've got a couple kids that I think moved back to Winniewood that maybe were somewhere else. So they've got some athletes, and they've got some size, and they've got a decent plan. So.
Well, it's 27-21.
Oh, okay. Well,
and then if we get past them, we're probably going to play somebody like a hooker.
We're either playing Hooker or Fairview,
and that game is tight.
Yeah, and that game's tight. So you know, I think that we put Crescent away this week, and I spent the rest of the week on Winniewood. So I'm sure since I did that, we'll probably play Dibble.
right.
We did that one year with Apache. It may have been. I can't remember if it was Tony's first or second year, but anyway, Apache had a kid that was really good, and they ran a weird offense, and we thought we were going to play him in the second round. No, quarterfinals. It was the year that we went to Stratford. So we thought Apache was way better than Stratford. And
really?
Yeah. And the offense they ran, they did all this jet sweep, like it was weird stuff. Like they'd fake the jet, fake the fullback. I mean, it was crazy. So I think we figured we were going to win the district like week 6 or 7. So we spent like the next 4 weeks on Apache. Apache plays Stratford week 10. The freak show that Apache has tears his ACL like the first.
Oh, right. I remember that. Huh?
And Stratford wins. So, you know, there you go. We spent 6 weeks on somebody we're not going to play.
So I don't know. This it's going to be an interesting next 3 or 4 weeks, you know, with I think our second round game is going to be kind of all we can handle.
Yeah, sure. And it normally is.
Yeah,
if you look back at our you know, past, now like last year was our third game, but it's always that, you know, when that second round you match up with if you're the 1 seed, you match up with a 2 seed. Well, a lot of times, I mean, like tonight, Fairview and Hooker are both undefeated, and it's going to be a war. So
that's a really good district too.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Those are guys that are winning against other quality teams.
It is, but I like, you know, that was a big deal about winning our district and winning at Tonkawa. Is it? I'm not saying it puts us on the easier side of the bracket, but it puts us on the side of the bracket with teams that we feel like we match up with a little bit better. You know, it's not that we can't do it, but we don't really, love the draw a line in the sand and let's get in a fist fight and see who's tougher.
I think you're when you were offensive coordinator, maybe 06, 07, we played Dibble. That was kind of our coming out party. We were not favored to beat Dibble. We played them in the first round of playoffs. We beat the doors off of them.
Yeah.
I think we may have run ruled them even in 8-man. You gave a speech in the locker room before the game started and about passed out.
Yeah. The coach said something to me before the game because it was the first round and they'd had I'd like an overtime or double overtime.
And we had scrimmaged them before and they were really good.
They were really good. and he told me that they didn't even work on us that week.
I know.
Like they took the week off because they were so beat up, and like talked about who they were going. Like Foyle was asking me questions about Foyle,
and he also basically told you, he's like, hey, if you want to keep your starters
Yeah.
in at the end of the game,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not going to
fine.
really
Yeah,
care.
It'll be fine. I think it was.
And we just kicked the crap
I think it
out
was
of
40 to
them.
nothing at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brett Berry played like a man possessed that night.
We had 1,500 people there that night.
Yeah.
It was a
That was
huge,
back when
huge fan base.
Back when it was a big deal to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a bonfire. I think whenever we
Right
qualified
on.
for the play. I mean, it was
Right.
we like burnt. They were they're the Blue Devils or something. We burned a devil in effigy. Yeah. So thank God we've come a long way since bonfires for making the playoffs.
Well, so let's wrap up. We'll talk a little bit more about playoffs, but in terms of tonight's game, in terms of anything else on the offensive defensive side stand out to you? Anything that you felt like was, hey, really, really good, or something that for you guys to work on going into the first round of playoffs?
Well, I told them before the game that I really wanted us to put all phases of the game together and have a good game, offensively, defensively, special teams. I thought we did that. Just first glance, we'll watch the film and we'll see what we did or didn't do well. But and then most importantly, and I told them this when we were standing there after the game. I mean, now you're to the point where it's a 1 week season every week,
right.
And I told Nick and Ben and those guys. I mean, we're going to meet Sunday. That could be the last Sunday that you meet. It could be your last Sunday as a high school football player. And if you don't appreciate it and you don't respect that and you don't prepare like that for the next 5 weeks, then we're going to have to overcome a lot of things on a Friday night. If they'll respect the process and they'll come in Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday.
And they're seasoned
they'll be
enough
ready.
that if they put
will.
their mind to it, they're seasoned enough that they should be able to go through that step-by-step process.
Well, they got enough
too.
older brothers to be able to remind
Right.
them at least.
Well, and I thought that was the biggest thing for us defensively against Tonkawa the other night was I thought our preparation was really, really good,
Mhm.
and we just went and played. And if we can do that for hopefully 5 more weeks, then we'll see what happens.
All right, so the Cashion Wildcats again moved to 9-1 with a 40-8 victory. I'm sure you and JL hugged it out and gave each other.
Yeah,
a pat on the back.
JL's great. We've played each other every year that we've been 11-man. He was an assistant the first year. I think he's been the head coach ever since. So, he's the only head coach that I've coached against every year. So we've and he's a great guy. He's from Crescent. I mean, he's all in, and there's nothing but respect between the two of us.
And I got to tell you, this rivalry is just odd. I mean, we know of Tayon Johnson and Cade Varner just from our other, like Nathan playing baseball with Cade. We know a lot of the kids. It's just weird, and Nathan's played club basketball with a couple of kids at Crescent.
Yeah.
It's like it's a rivalry, right? And like we want to beat them, and I know they hate us when it comes to the field, but there is some level of at least halfway camaraderie.
Well, yeah, I think more of that's just the times than anything else.
Well, and I think a lot of
when we grew up, I never talked to anybody from Pawnee, or I never talked to anybody from Perry. I didn't Snapchat them or text them. I mean, the road that I lived on to call the kid that lives across the street from me was long distance. You couldn't do that because it was too expensive.
You let Crescent beat us a couple years, and the hate will run to the bone. I guarantee you.
All right, so fair enough, Lane.
They're young. I mean, I think this group that they have, and I told JL this a couple years ago, reminds me of that last group that they had that was really good. Whenever they were in junior high,
and they've got some 8th graders behind them. This will be okay.
So
too.
I mean, we'll have our hands full probably the next couple of years for sure.
Absolutely. All right. So as our focus moves away from Crescent and again wrapping up District A3, as we move to the playoffs, what's the schedule look like? Does your planning look different? Are you guys resting more? What does that look like for you?
Yeah,
guys?
we'll back off. It'll be a lot more, and we kind of did that this week. A lot of it was because of the weather, but it'll be a lot more like film. It'll be a lot more, walk through. I mean, we don't really need to. If we can't tackle by now, we're not going to be able to tackle. If we can't backpedal, we're not going to be able to backpedal. So it'll be a lot more stuff like that. Instead of a typical practice, week 6 might be an hour and 45 minutes. These might be an hour and 15,
Okay.
and then we'll spend that 30 minutes will be spent in film. So it's a lot more mental stuff. It's a lot more, being able to, read your keys, show them. Because that's the other thing. and this is a problem in every school our size. I mean, we don't have anybody on our scout team that looks like Crescent's offensive line.
Right.
If we did, they wouldn't be on the scout team. So, I mean, so just being able to, we can't simulate a lot of times what people do, but we can show them on film, and we can say, okay, watch this guy. This is what it looks like when he pulls, whatever.
Fantastic. Lane, anything else before I let Coach go?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Coach, congrats. We'll give
Appreciate
you a
it.
handshake.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you
you. Go
bet.
get your H2O or
Yeah.
whatever you do to celebrate. Do you celebrate? How do you celebrate a victory?
I'll probably go home and watch the film.
Okay.
Do you ever pour like a bucket of water on your head?
No,
or
I
anything?
haven't
Okay.
done that yet.
Okay.
No. So
Maybe
I'm
we gotta
pretty
get
low,
you some fried
pretty
chicken or
low
something.
key. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, maybe you can jump on Squirtle.com and watch maybe some of the other games that are going on.
Yeah,
because we
I'll probably do that on the way
literally
home.
so quickly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We're done early.
And we're 10 minutes from home, so it'd be really great.
Even better, even better. All right, so for Chad Tishner, who is sitting in for Chris Gibson, as well as Drew Baker, who's down in Norman, still doing the pay dirt. Big shout out to Drew, who's now a local regional superstar.
Yes.
Doing great things. We're probably going to have to start paying him to keep him on the rolls here with us at CWTV. For Lane Broadbent, I'm Nina Bobby. Coach Shaq, congrats on the win, another district championship, and a healthy run here in the playoffs. We'll be looking forward to a first round home game at minimum versus most likely Wynnewood.
Yep.
And then hopefully with a victory there, a second round game at home against either the loser, whatever potentially might be either Hooker or Fairview. So. For that. So, guys, I appreciate you guys joining us, a part of the Cashion Wildcats family, all of our great sponsors that keep us free of charge. Shout out to Adam Dieselhorst and Corey Rogers that help us throughout the week. Obviously, Coach Shaq, Coach Hardaway, and Sammy Jackson that make this a possibility for us. And, of course, all of our great students and Mrs. Carnes that help out every single week and during the week to make this a possibility for us. So, I'm Neiman Bobby. Thank you guys for joining us as the Cashion Wildcats again move to 9-1. It's playoff time next week at home. Hope you guys can join us. Go Cats and God bless.